Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And off we go from Denver.
Let's go.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And this might net him a yard, if that, as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, the 25. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Robinson. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll go up the middle with White, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The numbers for White a week ago: 6 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Off play action. Robinson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A 4th down. Here's Jay Camarda on to punt for the Bucs. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Robinson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Robinson now on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. White fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The numbers for Williams a week ago, 17 carries, 68 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Throwing on 1st down. Garvin sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. They run it again with Williams. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle, it's Williams. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Running it with a fullback, Burton. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Broncos at 4-3, a game over 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos 1st down as he'll be brought down just outside the red zone. Mark him at the 21. The give is to McLaughlin. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now Robinson on first down. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Operating from the gun, Robinson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
9 yards that time.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart will carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Operating from the gun, Garvin escaping the pressure right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Looking to throw. Garvin. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Off the draw, here's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Garvin. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense has been a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Garvin buying time to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, It took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now he dumps this off over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Pat Surtain up to make the play. Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Robinson. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A quick throw there is incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's taken in by Gage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Throwing to start the drive. Garvin. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Garvin. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Garvin flushed out right. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. Here comes 2nd down. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Robinson throwing on 1st down. And this is caught by Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. To throw is Robinson on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Robinson. Got a man downfield. It's Otten. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Robinson on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. It threw an opening, and there he goes. That should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now's the time. Don't give us nothing.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Denver, they improved to 5-3 as they approach that.